Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It has been quite some time since I have done a video like this, and I honestly say I kind of do miss doing these. Honestly, I genuinely just like just talking and kind of like, I don't know, I guess podcasting, talking about things, what's going on in my life and what's new, and stuff like that. So, but this video, generally, I want it to be kind of veer towards, I guess, more my business. I think the last time I actually did an update on my business was like 6 months ago, and honestly, folks, I do have some new things to share with y'all about my business, and I'll probably talk about some things about my life related stuff as well. So 6 months ago, I think when I done, yes, 6 months ago when I done my last update video for my business, I had a different background, I think. So some things have happened, and I have a roommate living with me right now, and so I moved back into my old room. So I got like the old background. I actually got my bed right here. My dog is actually on my bed. You can't see her because I'm kind of in front of her. So, but if you ever hear like any kind of barking or some dog trying to lick herself, then I'll say stop, because that's annoying. So anyway, some things had changed with my business. So 6 months ago, I got my phone right here in front of me. I'm looking at my YouTube channel, and then after that, I got when I was preaching at my church on May 18th of this year. And so I got what's actually really cool is I have dual monitors. I think I may have had that when I did my last video, which is really cool. So I'm looking at my, if you see me looking off this way, I'm looking at my big screen, and then I got my laptop. That's where I'm videoing on this right now. So my business, I didn't go back and watch the video of my last video for the business because it's 15 minutes and 12 seconds, and I really don't have time to do that. So because I just got done making a LinkedIn profile for my business for Handy Jacks LLC. So if you actually look up Handy Jacks LLC on the LinkedIn, you will find it. It's got the says Handy Jacks and a like a crescent wrench and a hammer. It's red, and it's all around upkeep services all year round. So that would be my LinkedIn profile. So my business has there's been some changes with the business, actually. So the business has kind of I don't want to say strategically steer into a different direction, but it has kind of just transitioned into more of a junk removal services. So when I started this business, it was going to be more like a minor maintenance, upkeep type services, to where I'm gonna go into these like people's homes and kind of like have like a subscription. I had like 3 different like tiered services, silver, gold, and platinum. And obviously once you go up to platinum, you're getting like bigger services, and this is stuff that was going to be done like monthly on like from like just regular janitorial cleaning, washing dishes, mopping, sweeping, and changing like AC filters and stuff like that. And once you get up to like gold, then you're actually like getting like bigger things, maybe like checking like the stove filter and stuff like that. And once you get to like platinum, I was actually like thinking of all this other different type of stuff to add on to it, like gutter cleaning and like pressure washing, and I had like all this stuff planned out and stuff like that. But and then it started to go kind of from that, and now it started to go to like a general like handyman like type service. So I wasn't nothing was like kind of like gripping along with the minor maintenance. So I started to like, and I've been doing like a bunch of research, a bunch of looking into this and looking into that, and so excuse me. So I just like, it just kind of just went into like this like handyman type thing. Now here I am doing like I'm helping a lady. I had a customer from a friend of mine he was actually doing some door dashing, and he ran into this lady. And she's like, I need this stuff done and stuff like that. And he talked to me, and then I kind of like we met up and I talked to her, and then I went to her house, and then I started, helping out with the roof, the tile roof, stuff like that, try to get it to, because it was kind of hanging down, And then I kind of patched up a window a little bit. It wasn't the best, honestly, folks. I've never really, me personally, I've never really been like really hand on, like, type, work services, stuff like that. So, and then me and him actually he helped me out to kind of put down like a mailbox and stuff. So, but the weird thing is, so now the business has kind of transitioned more into primarily junk removal. So, my very first job with the actual business was hauling off something for a customer. This lady, she needed a this old recliner that was just in this bedroom. Not really a bedroom, honestly, more like an office. It's just sitting there. She needed that hauled off. So, and then she asked me to like to fix her doorknob and stuff like that. And I'm just looking at it, and like it can't be this complicated. So like, fix this doorknob. Like, what's going on with it? So I don't believe I actually got that. I honestly believe she believed that doorknob didn't stay on. To be honest with you. So. Anyway, and I did. And also changed light bulbs and too. So changed light bulbs, AC filters, stuff like that. That was on like the to-do list, for the minor maintenance. And I did do that for that lady, but she also wanted something with the with the doorknob, which again, I don't think they even stayed on. So, and then I hauled off a recliner. That was the first thing I did, and then I went back the next week, and then I changed the light bulbs, and then the next week after that I did the AC filter. So, and primarily the most services that I got out of all the business was junk removal, and this is from me going to door, handing out business cards, marketing on social media, and all that stuff. All my services all my jobs have came from junk removal. I'm gonna look right here because I have 3 things right here. I got them all minimized on my other monitor. Let's see. Excuse me. I'm gonna blow it up a little bit. And I don't have all these recorded. I'm looking at so 5 months ago, not including, because I do have, like I said, I've done a research because this has been a whole new endeavor for me, but looking up how to do like contracts and, all the administrative stuff that goes into the business, So I also have on my contracts to where, people can sign, and they signed it, like if they want me to record this or not, because I'm not just going to go to someone's house and record their property, their stuff, them in a video, unless I get a consent. I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to get them assigned. That way, I'm covered, and I'm not doing this without them knowing it. So 5 months ago, Handy Jacks LLC vlog number 1. That one was probably at my brother's house. Then number 2, because I'm right here on YouTube, and I'm just like got my the hand hovering over it. That one's probably at a friend of mine from my church, and then I got one that I done 3 weeks ago. But you also think about had another friend of mine needed a refrigerator hauled off. I had another friend of mine. He was moving back he's actually from a different country. Cool dude. He's from like London or something. So he wanted that done. So I've had like on the count of my hands probably like if not 8, 7, if not different services from a junk removal. So, and all this, like, cause I've been like trying to, cause I would pray on it and see what the Lord would want me to do, and then sometimes it would get confuzzling, going to this direction, that direction, stuff like that. And finally, the person that I actually hauled off a refrigerator from, actually talked to me, and I worked with him because he had his own woodworking business, and he needed help with bringing bringing a furniture to a customer's home, and he just kind of sat, just talked to me while I was on the way there. He was like, why don't you just do, I'm sorry, let me back up. Because I was actually been praying on this, when I went to his house to help out to get the refrigerator from him, he started telling me, why don't you just, think about just doing junk removal, stuff like that. Then I kind of shared with him all this other stuff. And so I started thinking about that, and I started leaning more towards it, honestly, because I've been trying to focus on handyman, trying to learn this, trying to learn that, trying to learn this, learn that, and I don't understand this and stuff like that. And junk removal is actually it's just easy, because you just put stuff in the back of your truck and you're strapping it down. Now you make sure everything's strapped down good and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so yeah, he just kind of talked to me, and then when I went and helped him out with to bring that furniture, to help him out to bring that furniture to the customer's house, he just kind of talked to me about some more things, kind of clarified and kind of steered me in the right direction. And that's when I was like, okay, all right, I'm just gonna focus on just junk removal, because trying to do the handyman part, and I did take interest in it, and I was trying to learn it, I really was. I was kind of getting more of away from the minor maintenance, stuff like that. And then I still had all this stuff listed and stuff like that. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on just the junk removal, because honestly, one thing he shared with me, and I think about this stuff, but just having someone just kind of talk to you and explain it to you, it just kind of helps you out. Just focus on one thing and just perfect that and see where that takes you. So, and I do generally enjoy the junk removal probably more out of all of them. So I would have liked to learn, and I still can one day, to learn more stuff in the handyman part, but I'm just going to focus more on what my service is now and leave it at that for now. So, I've been doing a bunch of administrative, just learning this, learning that. I've gotten a few jobs off of Nextdoor, which is pretty helpful. But one thing that I do have that I would like to share is I made some videos 2 days ago. Let me see about this one. Doesn't say it. I think it was 2 days ago. I did a new introduction video of stating of that basically a new introduction that I'm now junk remover. I'm not minor maintenance. And when I went on to my doc, I went onto my website, and I didn't even share that. So I have a website too. I don't think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going after this video in the description, I'm probably gonna list the website. I'm gonna list the link tree. And I'm probably not gonna list all social medias and stuff like that, but I do have a website. My website lists the services. I was going on there, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do away with the minor maintenance, because having all this two different stuff, it kind of gets confusing. Okay, what are you really? Okay, so are you a handyman? Are you a janitor? Or are you a junk remover? What do you do? And it's not like I can't do cross services, because I was going to think about doing that too, which I still could, but the thing is, if you set up like 2 or 3 jobs in one day, you really don't have the time to, the most fastest service that I can do for minor maintenance is a light bulb. If the lady has the bulb there, and if she has a lighter there, I wouldn't mind getting up there and changing it for her, and just kind of give her, a price, here and there of what I, think this should be. So, but as a junk removal service, I'm not typically going to be carrying around a ladder. I'm not typically going to be carrying around a bunch of light bulbs in my truck. And so it just it didn't make sense to me to continue offering that, on top of the junk removal, because I was kind of doing that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on one thing, less stress, and see where this takes me. So on my website, you can go to, honestly, you can just do Handy Jacks LLC, and it pops up. I'm not gonna do no screen recording to show that right now, but you can, and it shows all around upkeep services all year round. And what I am eventually going to do, is I am going to end up changing the logo and probably the name, because the logo and the name fit the business up until like maybe a month and a half ago. It really did, because it was at minor maintenance and handyman, so it just worked out. So, but I'm probably going to end up changing. I did do a bunch of random logo things with ChatGPT, and I got some pretty good ones. So the only suckish thing is I didn't know, because I was using a good bit for free and didn't know, okay, the time's up, you gotta pay for it now. So but I am probably going to end up changing the name and the logo. But if you go to Handy Jacks LLC on Google, generally my name does pop up. I haven't done the SEO to kind of keep it like that or whatever, and you can see where I offer in the services. Let me go to it. So I have a website, our mission, service, a mission, our services, and I do residential, commercial, debris, estate cleanout, storage units, attic, basement, garage cleanout, and hoarding cleanup. Now, as of right now, I'm still doing these services and all this stuff with my truck. So my goal, and I'm getting closer, my goal is to get me a trailer, which will help me to take on bigger jobs. I already got one lined up. The lady that I done the last lady about 3 weeks ago to a month ago, she's like, once you get you a trailer, you can come over here and haul the rest of the stuff, because it's bigger stuff that I can't put in my truck. So I got one lined up right there. So just getting the trailer will be really beneficial and a big step in trying to get me to doing this to full time, because that is the goal, is to do this full time and to so I do apologize about that. I hit the wrong button and it ended the video, but I just connected this one onto it, and it just should flow smoothly. If not, oh well. Anyway, yeah. So I think last time I'm gonna keep that like that because it's messing this up right here. I think last time I was talking about the video, I was talking about I got my decals and stuff like that, and I'm gonna have to end up changing my decals. I'm gonna have to change all kinds of stuff, my business cards, because I'm probably gonna end up changing the name and the logo, but we'll see. But I would really like to do that, because also just the logo itself, because that's kind of confusing, because I'm not really offering the other stuff, but you have a hammer and a crescent wrench. So, but anywho, so yeah, I got a website. I've been doing a bunch of other jobs, and something else I do want to say is I'm really excited about, which I've already been having this. I just have not marketed it, as much, because I've been more focused on trying to get jobs and the administrative stuff behind it, learning this, learning that. But merchandise, I will put this in the link in the description. I partnered up with Spreadshop. I don't know how long ago. It's been a minute. I learned how to do all this stuff when I was doing my music business, so that was really helpful. That was really helpful to learn, that, because I kind of already just, I wouldn't say ran smoothly, but it made things a lot easier. So anyway, so I offer merchandise to actually, you know what? Let me go to that, because that would be really beneficial. So if you go onto all Handy Jacks social media, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you go to Linktree, and once you click Linktree, it'll pull up you can actually go to just my website, shop merch, shop customer service. If you have any problems with, something's wrong with the packaging, it didn't get to, stuff like that, Spreadshop will handle all that. They handle all that stuff, which is really cool for me, because I don't have to I don't have to pack it. I don't have to ship it. I don't do all that stuff. So, and it also pulls up my Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you go to shop merch, it pulls up Spread Shop, where I'm partnered with. And folks, we got shirts, we got hats, we got hoodies, and it has it's got the name, it's got the logo. You can also customize it. You got different colors. We got women, men, kids, babies, accessories. We got all kinds. We got mugs, stickers, magnets, cuddle toys. I didn't even realize that was on cuddle toys. Oh yeah, that's really cute. As a dog, I remember doing that when I had my music business, which I still have my music business, and one day I'm probably gonna end up going back to it. I'm not like in a business, I'm not going to dissolve it, what they call it. I'm not going to dissolve it, make it go away. I'm not going to cancel it. It's still there, and I'm still paying on it to keep the business there. Like, I'm still paying on it to make sure it still exists, because I shelved it up. But eventually, one day, I'm probably going to end up getting back to the music business, which I might do like a song here and there, I'm not like going like full frontal into it, and just put this way. No, this will be Handy Jacks will be my main like thing, and then like the music or whatever else come after that. But yeah, it's a dog, it's a panda, it's a rabbit, a monkey, and a bear. That's really cute. And then you can customize kids shirts, accessories, new apparel, women's t-shirts, matching sets. It's polo shirts, tanks. It's really cool. So I think the last video that I did, I was actually wearing my my shirt. Hang on a second, let me get that for you. I want to show that. Okay, so I actually thought I had to go to my truck to get my my shirt, my work shirt for my business. And I say that because I have been trying to stay as prepared as I can if I have a job for my business. So if someone like something very, because I've done this before, like at work one day, if someone had a something like my friend I told you about that was moving back to the country where he was from, he was selling his house, so he needed to get rid of some stuff. So I went there and I got the job done. And so I had to go home. I told him, all right, let me come back, because I had to go home. I had to go get my printer for the contracts to print out his copy, and then I had to put my shirt on and get my decals, get everything. So I've been trying to stay as prepared as I possibly can. The only thing is I can't keep my decals in my truck because of it getting really hot inside of my truck. Also my printer. So, but I have been keeping my my shirt, this right here. I think I showed that last time, Handy Jacks LLC, and you can't even see the top of it where it says all the way up, keep services all year round. So this was my first time doing this, so it still looks nice, and I like the color. This is actually called oyster white. It basically it's vanilla, yellow, but vanilla, but it's oyster white. It's the actual proper term. So you can actually go up on there and you can actually get one of those too, and you can actually just get regular shirts and stuff like that. So I actually plan on doing that. If I'm doing a job and just getting a regular shirt with the logo on it, with the probably changed logo and whatever. But if I'm going to do business stuff and like try to get contracts with like, I'm talking about like super like I don't know, professional, well, I don't want to say super professional. That sounds like I'll be wearing a suit, which that might end up happening one day. But I'll probably be wearing this because this seems like if I'm like meeting somebody, like, I don't know, if at school wants some stuff hauled off, like, hey, meeting the principal, wearing a nice polo shirt, But I've been trying to find ways to work around that, to work around the whole like having to have my printer and doing contracts and stuff like that. So I do have contracts like sitting in my you see her, there she is. Let me move this way. Hey, Mal, wave to the camera. Mal, say hey, Mal. Oh, she's trying to get comfy. That's like her little bed thing. I have like this little quilt that's sitting on my bed that she sleeps on. Anywho, so I keep contracts in my truck, and for people to sign, I just gotta get their copy. It's better to make a printed copy of the contract instead of to do 2 separate contracts. I don't know. I Google all this stuff and I try to stay as proper as I can. Why did Gemini just come on my phone? Oh, that's weird. But yeah, that's where we're at. I am just now junk removal, and I am excited on growing this business and growing into it. My next big goal is really to get a trailer. My dad has been helping me out with that. I need a 6x12 trailer, preferably so I can at least haul a couch. 6x12 is the best length and width to at least haul a couch, because my friend that was moving to his own country, I missed out. I couldn't take the I think it was a love seat. It was a couch. I think it was a couch. I couldn't take the couch because my truck just couldn't do it. I can haul a love seat. I've hauled a love seat, but I couldn't haul an actual couch. So, to add your haul a couch and other stuff. But I'm excited. I really am. And I just want to learn and grow in perfecting this business to the best ability of the best I can, and to see where that leads me in the future with other things that the Lord may have for me. So I'm excited. That's where I'm at. I don't know. Well, I'll put the link in the description to the link tree, the website, and probably the link tree, because that will pull everything up. They'll post everything up. The link tree pulls up, like I said, it pulls up the website, pulls up the merch, it pulls up the customer service, my Facebook, my YouTube, my TikTok, and my Instagram. So y'all go show some love to my social media and stuff, because I want to. It's really cool if you can make like 2 or 3 streams of income. My goal is to not only make do well financial with the business, but it would be really cool if the YouTube took off too, and the merch, and then there's three streams of income right there. So, and then I don't know, I thought about actually doing maybe courses one day when I was doing the minor maintenance and handyman stuff, but I don't know if there's courses on junk removal. I don't know if you should do a course on junk removal. I don't know. You can actually just get up on YouTube and just learn stuff too. So anyways, I think that is it. I am still currently working at my full-time job while I am doing this, and there has been some there's been some awesome, it's been difficult, it has, but I have had a blessing to where I've switched to switched to a regular position, honestly, because I was holding 2 positions. So, but this position that I got switched into is I have more control over my schedule. I actually know what time I'm getting off, and I could have weekends off, and I did have weekends off, but I chose to go back to work Saturdays, have Sunday, Monday, because Monday I have more access time to the landfill than I did on Saturdays. So, because they close at 12 p.m. Mondays, it's open regular schedule. So yeah, just working my regular full-time job and pursuing this, and in between I'm going to try to get back to like working out again and stuff like that, but I've noticed it's really helpful and beneficial to be in shape and to have some strength while you're doing junk removal, because I've already picked up refrigerators, I've picked up washing machines, I've picked up love seats. I've picked up So it's very beneficial to be in shape by doing a junk removal company. So anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. If you watched it all the way through, again, I will leave a link in the description below to where you can check all that stuff out. and hopefully support and yeah. And who knows when I do another update video, hopefully of something big. Hopefully I can just tell y'all that, look, I have left my job, my regular job. I am now able to do this full time. And I do have like some of those jobs I've listed, those services that are listed in my junk removal. Some of those I listed can actually be some really big jobs. Anyways, yeah, some of them can actually be really well. But my next goal is I need to get a trailer. So, and I know the Lord will provide it somehow, some way, some shape or form. And I do have some money saved up in my business account. And yeah, so thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have an awesome day, night, morning. Y'all be blessed. Thank you.